Testing, testing. Okay, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We didn't have a London session stream yesterday because it was CPR. We did a CPR prep in the morning. The Zoom link was sent to the members. To the free community, sorry. So it was good to have you guys there, whoever joined. Appreciate that. So let's get into today. Overall, CPR was pretty much neutral. We came out just lower than the forecast, but it really didn't have a major impact. So we ended up closing bearish on the daily here. Current daily candle has no bottom wick, so it looks like we're about to flip bearish. Look, one thing to note is that right now there's not really great direction on gold. There's no real clear direction, I would say. But what we can work with is the fact that we are in and around these all-time highs. And right now we are failing to continue moving up. We're failing to create new highs. And there's nothing really coming in, bringing that fear or just bringing that demand to gold to really continue moving up here, as we can see. So just based off the daily candle close yesterday, I would anticipate us to start seeing some pullbacks here. So I really would like to see these sales play out. Don't have the cleanest of traffic to work with here, moving down. Here on the 30-minute though, below 2029. Okay, so once your daily candle flips, basically, because your daily candle flip is at 2029.7. So below that support, we do have relatively clean traffic here on the 30-minute and hourly time frame. And then that could be a vantage point to potentially have some nice runners even back down to the lows from NFP potentially at about 2000. If we do miss those opportunities, there's always more sells below 2020 and below 2013. I've got this level marked up at about 2024 here. But the reason I wouldn't really look at sells below there is just this traffic here, this range is not the greatest to be taking advantage of. So your 4 hour also closed nice and bearish there. Looking really nice to give us that move to the downside. We've got no top wick on the current 4 hour, so just be aware of that. And then with buyers, look, I'm not overly convinced with the buyers, but above 2038, we do have clean traffic back up to yesterday's highs. This 4 hour having no top wick is a little bit of a span in the works. Hopefully we get that top wick before coming down and closing below this support. Another thing is here, obviously today we have the Bank of England rate decision at 1 p.m. So I'm not too interested in GJ this morning. We are already flat. Could see more downside here, but I'll do a Bank of England rate decision prep with the members after the London session, and yeah, we'll leave GJ alone for now. Just touching on the DXY, another reason why I do quite like the idea of sells here in gold is we are still holding above this 101 level. Really, we are just in a range here on the dollar. There's no clear direction if you're looking on the daily. But just the simple fact that we're holding above this 101 level shows me that there's not enough selling pressure to break there. So, once we break out of this range between like 102.3 and 101, there's going to be quite a big move. For now, obviously, just in this range, like I say, direction isn't all that clear, but we've had bounces off 101 here, and you know, we could potentially move back to the top of the range now. So yeah, as long as you're holding above 101, I see it, find it very difficult to see us creating new highs here on gold. And I think as long as we're seeing the demand step back in these areas, we could easily get that pullback here on gold. So not too much going on today. Just going to wait for these sells to set up here on gold. Unfortunately, like I say, GJ is out of the picture today, so I'm not even going to look at GJ. One thing we did see yesterday in the prep, you know, we do get very nice clean moves the day after CPI, but I just feel like with the way the numbers came out, the way we've kind of been just ranging here on the lower time frames, I'm not too sure. But it's really nice that we've got a bearish daily candle closure giving us some direction, and the 4-hour coming out in line with that daily candle as well. But I mean, you can see here on the 4-hour we are actually just ranging. It's pretty tough. How's it, Jared? Sorry, I don't think my headphones were connected.
Oh, no stress. No, I was just saying morning again.
How are you? FF. Fucking Forex.
Something like that.
Buff Frederick Fanny.
Funny.
Looks like Fanny to me, bud. Oh, might be a slow day here. Might just be a slow day. Look, it's very early, but you know, with the Bank of England rate decision later today, you know, markets might just be chilling out, waiting for that. Future FX, lovely, bro, lovely. Let's see what did that look like. was a bit tough yesterday, but good stuff. Yeah, you know, gold is pretty tricky. This area that I'm wanting to sell into on the 4 hour doesn't look amazing. But based on the 30-minute and hourly, you've got clean traffic there. And we've got a bearish 4 hour candle close. We've got a daily candle close. So with those higher time frame confluences and with volume, if we do get the volume, I would anticipate us to fill this range if we are breaking below 29.5. I think I'm gonna go make some coffee quick, come back and then whip Jared in some chess. Then hopefully we'll get a setup here.
This is all Magnus Carlsen of Forex.
Yeah, no, but seriously, I'm gonna go make some coffee. Yeah, we'll see what the 15-minute does. If we could get that, we need a top wick really. I really want to see a top wick. I mean, it's a 4 hour candle. If we start driving down with it, no top wick, it's gonna be a tough one. Okay, but yeah, I'll be back now. Keep in mind the daily still has no bottom wick.
Just based off the daily, if we flip bearish and go to pull that wick down to 2022, shit, that's going to be nice, eh?
Yeah, and then I mean, at that point we'll be looking pretty good to continue with this like higher time frame pullback. I'm looking to move into the lows that we formed at NFP.
Yeah, I could also see that happening, eh? Because if you check the, obviously that wick low from NFP, that's also a nice bearish candle wick. So obviously if we do start driving with bearish momentum, that's bound to get filled. And then even below there at like 1999, we've got very clean traffic, the most recent daily candle in that clean traffic to continue driving. So these could potentially even be swing trades there.
Yeah, it could be. Kind of like Friday's idea almost. Last week Friday. Also
but last
like
week's
this.
Friday.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah. Just we were thinking, oh, okay, we're going to be in this trade for 2 weeks. 20 minutes later, 400 pips. Like, huh?
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah, also this like just this bullish structure here. Obviously I'm just using this trend line to help us visualize this bullish structure so you can see what I'm seeing. But you know, once we break out to the downside here, I could easily see us coming back down to the lows to come retest the structure. Morning Fabs, what's up? Been trading for around 3 years, went to a lot of fake gurus, learned from streams. Yeah, that's good, Carl. Focus on price action, you don't need indicators. One of the things I hate about indicators is I think guys put too many indicators on as well. And then sometimes they start to give conflicting signals. And the thing is, guys just end up getting fixated on what the indicator is saying rather than actually looking at price. Remember, no, we clearly draw our levels up differently, bro. I draw my levels up on the candle bodies. You can see that level to the left as well was a area of resistance before. Was resistance again. I'm not worried about that wick. If you close above 2038, to me all I see is clean traffic. I was there, Carl. I was there, bro. Trading very small accounts. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy. But when that's all you've got, obviously, you know, it takes a lot to put that on the line. You're still putting your money at risk. And that's how you're going to build the skill. So if you can get consistent with that small account, you're not going to make millions from it. But there's plenty of doors that will start to open for you if you can get consistent on there.
Just remember back in the day when you took that first swing trade on, what is it,
Euro,
US 30, and you made
I think it was
$30.
Euro USD, I think.
No, it was definitely an index. It was definitely an indices.
Oh, maybe NAS, but it wasn't a swing
Yeah,
trade.
I
I
think.
remember that there was a
Uh,
swing trade on Euro USD. I made like $17, and
yeah,
then I remember like my first not big trade, but I made like I think $30-40 on NAS, but it wasn't a swing. It was more
yeah.
like just a scalp
Uh,
or a day
but yeah, I
trade.
remember those days. And then you still came and you're like, yeah, dude, holding these trades for a bit longer, it feels better. And I was like, nah, just back in the day, dude.
Sure, been through a lot since then.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, lovely Carl. Good to have you here. Keep grinding, keep chipping away, bro. Once you've got the skill, you are already rich. It's just a matter of time. Surely we'll get a bottom wick on this daily and break below that support. I'm so confident we'll break below that support because there's no bottom wick on the daily. Maybe not break below, but we'll at least come down to get that bottom wick eventually.
These cells are going to be like a floodgate, eh?
Huh? No, man. See, this no bottom wick story is pissing me off now. You see, you go look at another broken, it has a bottom wick. Now what? Okay, you can't get fixed on
Let
that
me check
idea
my
then.
broker.
Mine opened up with like kind of a gap, but the daily still has no bottom wick. It like opened up a little bit lower than it did here in trading view, and it just went straight up without creating a bottom wick.
Yeah, I have like a very, very, very small bottom wick. But I mean, I'm still for the idea because we still closed bearish yesterday, one, and then this morning drove back into that resistance at 2034.6, 2034.5, and it looks like we're rejecting there now. So I still really do believe if we do flip back bearish, we've still at least got that range down to 2021.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we start breaking above the resistance at 20, call it even, let's say 2035, right? I would be more comfortable above your level of 2038. But if we can get above 2035, then I mean, we can always look to start shifting highs, not just immediately take a trade, but then
Yeah.
maybe wait for some volume in the market to continue to drive.
Well, Jared, do you want to play a game of chess?
Yeah, I'm down. I just need to tell Kyle something. Oh, wait. No, now I'm down.
3 minutes until this 30-minute candle closes. If you close bullish on the 30, I could see volume pushing us higher, just because I know that we get volume in and around this time, but it's not really a trade that I'd be willing to take.
How many minutes do you want to play?
Let's play a 5-minute game. I like the 5-minute games, it's like somewhere in between. Are you going to send an invite?
Yeah, it's already sent up.
A shot.
Just go full screen on the tab and then it'll pop up.
Oh, here we go. What's up, Carl? Chad, what's going on?
What do you mean? I'm
Oh,
not
you're
allowed to think so.
taking some time there.
You see me just coming out with the machine gun, yeah. It's amazing how after a couple of moves you could figure out if your position is shit or not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how like important the opening actually is to get a good position.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I know. I'm honored to be watching Magnus on Karu, dude. Dude, I honestly
Yeah.
watch Karu's videos and I get sick, bro. Like the way he thinks about things, I'm just like, what? How is this even a thing? Dude? Like, this is ridiculous. Bro.
Yeah, that
This
man
is
is
ridiculous.
really on something else. That reel you sent me of him like calculating those moves against that bot, jeez, that was just insane.
It is ridiculous. Like you realize there's levels to this game, dude. Like, I mean, he's probably watching us play, and it's the equivalent of guys asking, um, buy or sell, so bullish or bearish. Like, yeah.
I nearly missed that.
Don't take it now.
Thanks. Thanks for the green, Jared.
No worries, bro. I just don't want you feeling like you can't play chess, you know? Because I've been there, bro. It's a hard place to be. I hate this game so much, dude. Dude, either I feel like Magnus or Carl, or I feel like that guy Frank that Levy's teaching to play chess, dude.
I've never seen that before. Frank.
Have you never checked that? Eh?
Oh, for
Yeah.
fuck's sakes. You know what I'm thinking here? We closed bullish there. The fact that we're not, if we don't break that high, we respected previous hourly highs. We come down, break the lows of the previous 4 hour. Just based off the 4 hour, you've got range down to 2027. I'm a little bit concerned about this level here. In fact, I'm more concerned about this 4 hour level than I am this support. So I'm gonna just give it a second here. Maybe if we get a nice strong bearish candle closure, I might even look at those entries on the break of 4 hour lows. Because we've got a nice top wick on the 4 hour. Previous 4 hour was bearish. We're selling into the daily flip. And then once that flips, obviously I'm anticipating volume to at least drive us down to 2027 and potentially fill this clean traffic down to 2023. Just an idea. Got about 10 minutes until that 15-minute candle. Oh, for fuck's sakes. What am I doing? I literally just gave away my queen. Oh man.
Yeah, okay.
Your Tom. I got 14 seconds. Can I do it? What the fuck? Jared. Fuck off, man. Eight seconds, my heart is racing. Fuck off, Jared. Fuck's sakes, man. Get out of here. 2 seconds left. Surely it's mate. Ah. So close.
Hey, you're gonna have to be better than that. So.
I'm so close.
You offer that That was so close to you. She said you were winning. Like, I basically had no chance of coming back there.
Yeah, if I had like an extra 10 seconds, I think it was game over.
Yo, that was deep, bro. No, but dude, if the history books call, bro, I think you won that one. No?
I had 0 blunders.
I had
No, man.
4.
I blundered my queen.
What? What is the Jeez, dude, what was your analysis score?
I'm gonna look now. Yeah, this thing's taking its time. $84. Holy shit. That's not bad. He also 77. That's also pretty good.
Jeez,
You basically are
it's
Hikaru and
ridiculous.
Magnus.
Yeah, dude, I reckon. But I
I'm
mean, look at
Magnus.
that graph, bro. Where I was winning at the start, and then after that queen, it was finished.
Oh, is this the... I've never seen this before. Oh, that's like the ELO. I mean, not the ELO, the
Yeah,
evaluation bar.
yeah.
Check. Yo,
Dude,
that thing dipped.
dude.
Nah,
No, if you had cells from when it got bearish, you were good there.
GG's.
Sure.
Nah, look. Looks like we're gonna respect this support. Continue ranging. I'm not gonna sit around for too long today. I think if we don't get a setup in the next like 20 to 30 minutes, or if it's just in this range, I might just call it a day. Thing is to sit here, wait until London Open, you know, in such market conditions, what's the point? There might be a setup, but there's also big news later on, Bank of England rate decision. So, you know, if we're just going to sit in a range in the morning, what's the point of watching paint dry, you know? And then it kind of flipped back very bearish very quickly. Like very quickly. Jeez. Let's go gold. Okay, let's see how this 15-minute candle closes.
It's just when you came and think, nah, we're not gonna get a setup, and this thing's just like, wait, hold up, yeah.
And then it says, nah, never mind, give it back.
Sure, let me first down it before I give you a setup.
Did you trade NFP? Yes, we did trade NFP with the members. It was a beautiful, beautiful day. It's actually pretty volatile right now. Just gotta keep waiting. Candle being Tokyo drift at the moment.
Literally.
The way we came down so hard there on the opening of that 5 minutes. Thought maybe we would start to drive down to flip back bearish on the 4 hour. But right now it looks like we're just getting a steeper top wick on the 4 hour. Still obviously just consolidating here on the lower time frames. No one else in Zoom today.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's taking the week off. A very quiet week.
They were all happy with NFP day.
I
I don't need to trade for the rest of
they
the
need to
month.
trade. Yeah.
$15-minute candle closed bullish probably. If this hourly candle closes bullish, I think it's going to be pretty tough. Like I said, ideally I would like to see the sells setting up. But if we close bullish, then we still just, back in this range. And there's about 60 pips to move up until I'm even interested in buys. I don't know if that's going to happen today. So, if we close bullish on the hourly here, we probably have to wait for the next hourly, wait for London Open to close below 2029. Let's see if we respect this area of resistance here around 2032, 2033.
Yeah, the 30-minute close is going to be very, very interesting, huh? To see if we're just pulling back now, grabbing a bit more liquidity before we dump off in the 4 hour. I'm just going to go make some coffee. I'll check tomorrow.
Cool. You know, when we're just moving sideways like this, it's really not the best trading conditions. I was hoping that CPI would give us nice clear direction, but you know, numbers were pretty much neutral. So it's a tough one. Buy entry. Could you at least say why you're looking for buyers or why you're entering buyers? You know, give some backing to your statement. Obviously, everybody has their own plan. Maybe you're buying off of this support. You're in a range here. Morning, morning, Mr. Wayne. Just gotta sit and twiddle our thumbs. Now, see, I asked you a question, bro. Morning, Alexanders.
Oh, no, actually, no. Nassim and Wise looking for buyers there.
I know this is gonna be a funny one. What's it, Jared?
Every morning he wakes up and he flips a coin. and then he goes and argues, buys on your stream, sells on another stream, they just stay neutral on another stream. And then when it plays out, he goes back to the stream at the end of the session and says, I told you so.
What a legend.
Yeah, exactly. At least he's right to one trading community every month. And then he keeps tally, and at the end of the month he promotes his signals.
Yeah, he probably left the stream after putting that in. Probably will come back.
Exactly.
If gold moves up, he's gonna be back.
He's probably got to top capital group now. It's saying sell entry. Goes to Dr. Dollar now. It's neutral today. It's ranging.
No, guys, stay out today. It's ranging. Nassim, wow. Wow. Send me a chart to the Discord. I want to have a look. Tell me why you took that trade. You see, I try to hold the community accountable when giving trade ideas, when showing trades. You'll see in the Discord, I often say that I don't want guys sending trades. If they're going to send trades, they must send the analysis beforehand. There's no point in sending a trade after it's played out. Okay, I understand that your trade hasn't played out yet. You're just calling out a trade. But now just think about everybody else. You just called out a random trade. What if someone goes and puts that trade in? You know, obviously that would be stupid of them, but it's just unnecessary for you to also just call out a random trade without any reasoning. I've asked you why you took that trade, why are you saying buyers here, and you can't give a reason. So that says a lot. The reason I do the things I do, asking the guys to send analysis, is to hold you to a higher standard, make sure that you are prepared and you are taking trades that you have prepared for. I was up at 5 this morning preparing these trades. I don't just hop up on you and say, oh, so yeah. You know what I mean? If you want to gamble, go to the casino. Right now, price is moving sideways. It could go up. There's a 50% chance it goes up. And on that 50% chance, I'm sure that you'll come back and say, oh, I was right, but it doesn't matter. Right now, we're ranging. And if anything, your higher time frame is bearish. Looking at the daily and the 4 hour, there's actually very little direction on gold right now. But I'm looking for the sells in line with the daily and the 4 hour. See 5 minute and 1 minute time frame. Don't really see the point. But I am seeing nice rejections here to Nassim's entry. Like, sorry, that was rude, Nassim.
She's Connor's coming out gun blazing.
Oh shit. I was about to say, we see rejections here to 2032, and I was like, oh, that's Nassim's entry. No, I don't mean I don't mean that in a bad way, bro. I'm not in a trade. You're in a trade, so shame.
Embrace it, Connor. Let the inner demon come out. wake up and choose violence for once, bro. It's fun.
It's fun.
Sure, bro. That laugh is so genuine.
I'm bar now. What? Market down? I don't know, bro.
I think he's taking the piss as well.
It must be.
Yeah, but I mean, if you bought now and you had your stop loss at 3, then I mean, what could go wrong? You're not going to hit stop loss anytime soon.
Sure, one day you'd get into
I think
profit
you'll.
as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one day
Just
gold
hold
will
off
go to
until
3,000. Unless the world ends before you get there. But I believe gold will move up to like 3,000. Over the next, could even be 10 years.
just, but then essentially the market cap of gold has to increase by 50%. Yep, that's a lot.
Something I was listening to the other day. If you look at it from a perspective of if, okay, let's not say everyone, but like, how did they put this? Okay, let's just say everyone. If everyone bought a little bit of gold, like a tiny little bit, they don't need to buy a lot. Or let's just say like a few million people buy a little bit of gold. That in and of itself is going to, it's going to boom. You know, not everyone actually owns gold. Not a lot of people actually own gold. But if we go to a time where, you know, things are at that level of like economic uncertainty, currencies are collapsing, that kind of thing, there's going to be a huge demand in gold. Speaking to a guy yesterday, he's talking about the ESCOM load shedding story. Like, if we had to have a blackout, we're not going to have internet or anything like that. Cards are not going to work. And when you run out of actual physical cash, you're going to have to end up bartering. So bartering food, items of value, and obviously gold then will also be currency. So, you know, a situation
But
like
I think
that, gold
yeah,
definitely, you know, the value will definitely increase. I don't think it has a big
but
market
at
cap,
that
does it?
point, but
Gold doesn't have a very big market cap.
in comparison to things like useless things like crypto, it's got a very small market cap.
13 trillion. That's not a lot.
Am I wrong on that? How big is crypto's market cap?
I think it's like 1 trillion now. I mean, that is pretty big. 13 trillion. Okay, so a tricky situation, yeah. We have closed bearish on the 15, rejecting this area. Your 30-minute, however, weak. Bearish candle rejecting. Hourly. Bullish. It wasn't engulfing or anything. Yeah, I think those sells on the break of previous 15-minute lows would have been a little bit aggressive for my liking. But I can see us starting to move down now. And let's see. I think at this point we're looking pretty good. Where if we break previous 4-hour lows, like I say, the idea is we are selling into the daily flip, and with volume, I would anticipate us, as we flip bearish on the daily, to at least push down to 20, 27. Reason I don't mind selling into this minor support here is I actually want some range moving into this 4-hour support. You can see right here. I mentioned earlier on I'm more concerned about this 4-hour level than that minor 30-minute support. Does that make sense? Because I'm concerned if we sell below this support here at 2029, you actually won't have enough range to move down to this potential rejection area. Whereas if we take the break of previous 4-hour lows, with volume we do have range down to this potential rejection zone. And our stops are not too bad. About 32 pips. So guys, I'm going to have a sell stop here at 2030. Stop loss above the highs at 2033.5. Lots of volume. Seeing nice rejections of Nassim's entry. Lol.
Sorry, Con, 2030, and what was your stop loss?
2033.5.
Oh yeah, thank you. Sorry, I just wanted to type that to give single signal members as much time as possible to react. So you want to look up the chat.
Sure.
Ton of liquidity from Nassim's entry.
He was the liquidity provider today.
You're going to use that 0.02 to
I
absolutely ruin gold's market cap today.
I think we should just keep quiet. Never know these days. But I mean, based on the 4-hour, this looks pretty good. Let me just remove this so we can get a clear image here. 4-hour is essentially in this range right here. So we've closed bearish off the resistance at around 2035, let's call it. Now, your daily was also bearish, keep that in mind. Once we break this 4-hour candle low, there's a very high probability that this candle comes and drives down into the support. Even if it's just to grab liquidity to continue back up. We're taking the sales in line with the higher time frame, which gives us a higher probability of continuing down. I definitely don't want to be taking buys in this range. So I'm looking at something like that. And we can see this bearish volume stepping in line with that higher time frame.
do have a pretty dumb question.
Yeah.
With funded companies, right? Once
Mm.
you're eligible for a withdrawal, you know, most there's that 14 days. So do you have to wait? You can essentially only take these 2 withdrawal periods in a month.
Yeah. Every 14 days.
Is it every 14 days? So if you
Mm.
miss one of the windows, you have to wait another 14 days.
Oh no, I think you can like you can request a withdrawal every 14 days, but if you don't, then you can obviously
Yeah.
just request whenever, you know. So you could make a withdrawal every 20 days if you wanted to.
Okay, I
But
understand what you
the
mean.
minimum amount of time you can wait for with or yeah, the minimum amount of days is 14 days.
Right, okay, I get what you mean.
I also think that I may be mistaken with this, but I think that there are some terms and conditions with regards to how long you can wait to take a withdrawal. Because I mean, if you just traded an account for like a year without taking a withdrawal, you could easily double that account, let's say. Not easily, but you could double that account and then literally, you know, take a 100k withdrawal from a 100k account. So I don't know if there is something like that where they actually force you to take a withdrawal. I know that when you take a withdrawal, you have to withdraw all your profit. You can't like just take a little bit out. That's one thing I've seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they totally reset the account.
Jeez.
Obviously to make it
So
more
let's
difficult because
say,
you just start back at step one.
yeah, yeah. So let's say you're at 104,500 and you just say, okay, cool, I'm just going to take 3 grand, right?
They
They
won't.
won't say no, you can't only take 3 grand, you have to take the 4.5
Yeah,
and then we give you a fresh account. Okay.
yeah.
Hey, these skeletons.
Yeah, I tried that the first time I took a withdrawal from 100k. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I think I was up. I think it was last year.
Mhm.
Last year, Feb or Jan, when I took my first like big withdrawal from a funded company. And I said,
Yeah.
can't I just take like 10k? And they said, no, you have to take it all.
Jeez.
Because I wanted to leave some in there to give it like some breathing room, you know? Because if you start fresh now,
Yeah.
okay, you've only got such a small amount of drawdown left. FX streams, what's up? What trade? FX streams, do you also stream? That's why I have to make good cash and fund the personal. Yeah, definitely. I think that, I mean, I hope everyone doing the funded accounts is going about it like that. Taking money out, putting it into a live account.
Jeez, but the USDR is ridiculous at the moment. Eh?
What's it doing?
Dude, it's at like 1860 last I checked it. Dude, it's at almost 19 rand, bro. Holy hell, dude.
Yeah. You look at that 15 minutes.
Lux.
What is going on? Yeah, USD is coming in hot today. Fuck's sakes. gone up like 50 cents in the last 15 minutes. Jeez. Bro, what is going on? Is this normal for USDZR?
No, that's not normal, bro. There must be something cooking there.
That's not normal. That's a hell of a 15 minute. Yo, this thing is moving like news.
Huge.
It's eating it up. What did we do? What did we do now? South Africa. Fucking shocking.
I heard Sandile Shez is starting a political party. I think that's what's shooting up like.
No, you lie. I saw a video this morning when I opened YouTube to start the stream that he was finally arrested. And you telling me he's starting a political party.
I watched the video by Rido, and he started what is it, Vuma Africa or Vuma political party or something like that. Yeah, he's literally he's starting a political party, but he was arrested by the Hawks, if I'm not mistaken.
For fraud.
Yeah, it's the ongoing cases. Like, he scammed a principal and he scammed people out of millions, bro. Promising like crazy returns. 14 days I'll get you 50% returns, and then just ends up blocking them and moving on with his life, dude.
Sure, shocking. South Africa gurus, bro. That's just out of hand. Man wants to be president now. No ways. Probably do a better job than most, to be honest. In all fairness. Yeah. What's up, Jared?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were asking something.
Oh, no. If I had 10 grand to trade with, would I even bother using a funded account to just trade with my own cash? I think, Toxic, that completely depends on you, bro. If you know you can make returns to cover your month's expenses simultaneously growing the account, then I guess you're fine. But I mean, if you can make a small withdrawal from your 10K, do a funded, pass it, take it easy, and then link the accounts, then that's also a way to go about it. But I mean, funded companies are there to either up your trading capital or allow you to trade a bigger capital with very small amounts of money. So either or. I think it's just personal preference. I personally feel a lot better on a live account than I do a funded. I struggle to trade funded, especially with having to put it in on like 3 accounts. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I think it is personal preference, because 10K to some people, that's a decent account. I think for most people, though, not really going to be able to fund the lifestyle you want, probably. You might be able to cover most of your living expenses if you are doing really well on that account. But to speed up the process, if you are consistent on that account, which obviously you need to be, if you're consistent on there, let's say you make some profit, maybe take some of the profit from your live account and invest into a funded account. Think of it as an investment, and you can get a copy trader, link it up, and then obviously if you do like 100K funded or 200K funded, the profits you can make on there, you could make 10K in a month on a 200K. That's 5%, and you've essentially doubled your capital.
Quite easily.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, the majority of people would not be able to go full time with 10K accounts, even $10,000. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
if it sounds all good, and if you say, oh, okay, cool, I make, you know, something ridiculous like $2,000 off that account a month, that should be good. But what happens in the months you enter drawdown? What happens when you have a bad month? Then you're eroding capital because you still have to pay the salary. So now you're eroding your capital. You obviously taking withdrawals. You're in a losing streak. You're not going to be in a good place. You need to have more. I really do believe you need to set yourself up for months and months and months before you look at going full time. It's not just a process of, okay, cool, it's fine. Let me just start with a small amount of money and see how it goes. Some people enjoy being thrown in the deep end, but I think for a lot of people, especially in trading, it's going to sink you.
You don't want that pressure.
Because I actually said to Connor, I think it was the other day, that, or was it Wayne? I said that, you know, you only want to go full time into trading when you don't need to trade. Pretty simple. And I don't mean not needing to trade this month or this quarter, but I mean, you know, I'm fine missing out today, tomorrow, this week, possibly even out this month. Like, I'm chilled. But as soon as you have to trade today because you've got a car payment tomorrow, it just will not work out.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in. That'll never work out.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, imagine trying to trade like that. Fuck's sake.
Just imagine your medical aid sends you a bill, you 6 months behind, you owe this much money, and then you reply, buy XAUUSD 2032, stop loss 2028.
Just keep sending them like crazy signals until you get one bang on and you're like, maybe 500 pips.
Guys. Yeah, literally on a 0.10 we'd be chilled right now, but no.
It's not my fault you broke and still asking me for money. Yo, my insurance phoned me yesterday trying to sell me a warranty for my car.
A warranty?
And it was like, yeah, it's a good warranty and everything. Yeah, like a warranty, like a mechanical warranty. But I've already got one. And it's a good warranty, but it's $3,000. Like, it's
every month.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
Jeez. Oh man, that is quite pricey, yo. Especially because you've already got one. Like, I was just flushing money at that point.
Yeah, I literally told them it doesn't really make sense. And I would then be paying like almost what 30-40% more on my installment. Like, I may as well just get a Mercedes at that point.
Yeah, literally.
I think like the next car I get, I'll only get once I've actually got some property in that. Actually got my 6-month plan. Yeah. Need to get some properties under the belt, yeah. Then I can spoil myself. A nice Lamborghini.
Yes. At that time, I'm probably still gonna have the same mindset. So you're gonna be like, oh bro, let's meet up in Dubai. Kind of comes with this Lamborghini. Yeah, because we're in a Hilux, so second hand Hilux. I'm like, but bro, I don't owe any money on it. Oh, I think that'd be a rave there.
Oh, Hilux. With the golden retrievers in the back, or what?
Yeah, dude, no, that sounds like a plan, bro. Yes, can I tell you that's gonna be one of my main priorities about moving there.
To get a dog.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited, yeah.
Jared, do you know having a dog is like having a child, bro?
Dude, I've had dogs before, bro. Like
Do you have a garden?
it's not completely spotted.
Do you have a garden?
What do you mean garden?
Like a garden, a backyard?
Yeah, no, I have one. I'm gonna have
Okay.
one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
No, I'm just checking.
yeah. It's
Because otherwise
just
that dog's gonna shit all
what
in
you
your
think.
house, bro.
Yeah, dude, they're gonna be bro. Yes, they're gonna be the most spoiled dogs in the world. That I can guarantee you. Maybe not the world, like in Pretoria.
This looks like shit, to be honest. This looks
If you
absolutely
guys,
horrible.
that's the
Just keep it on the 4 hour.
thing with if it breaks that 4 hour high.
Mm, yeah, then I think I'll probably call it a day.
Safe to say. But yeah, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you won't see charts or draws or anything like that. You're just gonna get constant shares of golden retrievers there.
Everyone's just like, okay, cool, alright, well, then I won't follow you. No, amazing.
Nah, the real ones will, bro.
Da-da-da-da. I think if we do see volume, that's obviously going to be at London Open, which is in 35 minutes.
But I'm very, very keen to see how this 4 hour comes. Well, ends up closing in the next 2.5 hours.
Imagine this 4 hour closes like this. No, come back next week.
Oh no, I'm booking tickets to Cancun and I'll see you guys next week. Yeah.
At least if this 4 hour could close bullish, like above 2035, 2036, you're gonna look a lot better for those bars in New York session. But right now, bars don't look amazing. GJ, you know, I'm not touching GJ this morning, but just a quick touch on what to expect for the Bank of England rate decision. So the 25 basis points is pretty much priced in. From a macro perspective, that brings strength to the pound. But like I say, that's priced in. So if we do get the 25 basis point increase, we could easily see a deeper liquidity grab here before then moving bullish, you know, in the coming days and weeks. If we do see a 50 basis point increase, which would be like a surprise, which I don't think we'll see, you know, then we're going to be extremely bullish on GJ. We might not even get those liquidity grabs. You'll probably just move straight up. And then if they were to not raise rates, which I think would be retarded, you're going to have a very weak, very, very weak pound. Yeah. So there's some different scenarios for today. We could either go up, we could go down, or we could go down and then up. Now I'm just raving, but I've given you a brief insight to what to look for based off the numbers. Also keep in mind that Governor Bailey is speaking at 1:30. Also, when this comes out, read this monetary policy summary. Or if it's this one. Read these reports and summaries. Go and have a look. If they're more hawkish, that should bring strength to the pound. If they're more dovish, it's going to lead to pound weakness. Literally says here, hawkish, good for currency. What about GJ? I just spoke about GJ. So we just closed there on the 30 minutes. Keep in mind for the sell stops here, my stop loss is at 33.5. So obviously if we're breaking above this area, I would say that the trade is pretty much invalid. You know, I was going based off seeing this resistance forming, seeing some volume come to the downside, and then obviously the sell stops were on the break of the 4-hour lows. So it's still valid. Stops are still in a safe place, but the way we've closed bullish on that 15, could obviously see us continuing to move up. Although actually just consolidating really. So there's really not too much to say right now. Still got the sell stop in for now. We did close with a very weak bullish candle body there. And we are sitting right at this resistance right here. So we could easily still reject here, still come down. Obviously, if we break previous hourly highs, that's where the planned stop loss is. Keep in mind, not in here. You know, we could definitely see us continue moving up. Considering the previous hourly was bullish, you know, I think that would make sense. It's just not really a trade I'm wanting to take. I don't want to be trading against the daily and the 4-hour here. If I were to take bars, I would look for the safer bars above 2038. Actually looks good on the hourly, I won't lie. Break of previous hourly highs to move up. But, you know, we're not just looking at one time frame here.
What causes more emotional damage? Missing a trade because you're waiting for pullback, or good entry that didn't happen, or entering early and seeing yourself in drawdown?
I think what causes more emotional damage is taking a loss because you didn't stick to your plan. And obviously that loss most times is probably going to be bigger than what you had planned. So I think that's the worst thing that could happen. Obviously, being in drawdown sucks. Losing sucks. Missing an entry sucks. Entering a bit too early sucks. But those things are going to happen. Your trading is never going to be perfect. You're never going to have perfect entries. You're going to experience losses. How you deal with that is going to make or break your trading. So like I said, I just wanted to add that I think what hurts more is if you take a big loss due to breaking your own rules and not sticking to your plan. Those things you've mentioned are normal and are fine and are things you can learn from, and you should embrace them. Some people are not cut out to withstand the losses, to withstand the risk. Some people don't have the risk tolerance for trading. I think that's the reality of it. I believe that anyone can be successful, but you need to find that inner beast inside that just is not scared, and you can look risk in the face and just keep going. You gotta have a strong stomach for trading. Also understand, it is a long-term game. One approach is obviously just lower your risk. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. Don't risk more than you are willing to lose. If that means starting really small, start really small then. If you can develop the skill, the world is your oyster. So we can see that we are actually respecting that level. We've broken that previous 15-minute low, and we're seeing nice bearish momentum step back in here. So I've got sell stops on the break of the current 4-hour low at 2030, stop loss at 2033.5, and it looks like we're coming down into that sell stop level.
There's a lot of volume behind this candle, right?
Sure, yeah.
It looks real solid.
I was thinking about it yesterday, and I just spoke about it now as well. I can be quite hard and maybe come off negative sometimes. Like, trading is hard. But like I say, I do believe that anyone can do this. You just have to have a plan. Okay, sell stops have been activated, guys, at 2030. Stop loss above previous hourly highs. Looking good. So like I was saying, you need a plan and you need to just commit to the process. It's a journey, so fall in love with the journey. They say a man who enjoys walking will walk further than the man who loves the destination. So focus on the process. Understand that trading is going to build you as a person as well. The qualities that it takes to be a successful trader, like patience and discipline, are going to make your life better as a whole. So you should fall in love with that self-improvement journey along the way as well. And I think it's, for me, I found a home in trading. I just love it. I love the self-improvement side of it. And like I say, I think anybody can do it if they just commit. I'm triggered in how spreads. Well, we broke the low. I didn't get slipped at all, actually. Looks good. I know that there's the support here. Just touching on this again. I understand the support is here, but it's a minor level of support. Keep in mind that as we move into here, the daily candle is also flipping. 4 hours bearish, yesterday's candle is bearish. So as we move into this level with such volume, I'm anticipating us to break through here. And then the reason I took the entries here rather than waiting for a close below there is if we look at the 4 hour, we do have support here at 2027, which I was a little bit concerned about that level. So as we move into there, I will look at going break even. Keep in mind also, just this most recent price action is very clean all the way down to 2023. 2023, hey.
It's the year we're in now.
Yeah.
Just we gunning for Wayne's birthday today. Gonna make a lot of money.
My TP's at my birthday, to be honest. 2000. So my daily candle on my broker actually opened up at 2028.5 and had no bottom wick. So I'm anticipating us to at least push into that level. Got a lot of volume here. Jeez, Louise. Dollar index is on a roll here. Yeah, USD SAR must be getting destroyed. Goodness gracious me, boys. We're going to 19 Rand today. Fuck's sake.
Yes, these are in a kickboxing match at the moment, so yeah.
And ZAR's getting its ass kicked. Well, you know what? This looks very good. Obviously, seeing that strong demand stepping into the dollar here, you know, obviously gives us confidence to continue moving down here on gold. I would love to see this 15 at least close below support here. That would obviously just be a bonus. I'm not going to hold myself to going break even at this level. I'm going to also give it a little bit of room here. Like I say, based off the daily, just where we're sitting in terms of the higher time frames, we do look like we have room to pull back, have a deeper, higher time frame pullback here on gold. And like I discussed this morning, was it this morning? this structure right here, if we're breaking this structure, I could easily see us coming down to the lows that were formed with NFP. So I'm going to give it some room. This could turn into like a swing trade idea. And I'll just monitor how we move into some of these key levels.
Where's that young man that got into a buy?
Jared. Oosh. None of that. That man's stop loss was our entry. I hope, for his sake. Strong 15-minute closure there. Sorry guys, I was muted. Just saying, if we do close nice and bearish on the hourly below support here at about 2029.5, I'm anticipating London Open volume to fill this range here down to 2025. So for now, my break-even point will be 2025, just to give it enough room there. And I'll obviously just stay adaptive. Just getting a top wick on the current 15 minutes. Keep in mind your daily just flipped bearish. If we look at the 8-hour here, previous candle was a weak bullish candle. The candle before that was a very strong bearish candle. So the fact that we've now broken previous candle lows, we look good to fill this wick down to about 2021. Coming in pretty hot until London Open. We got 10 minutes here. How much load shedding do you get? What's load shedding?
But it would be nice to tap into, or at least close below like 28 on this hourly candle.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Pretty normal to stall out here right before London Open, but I mean, we had that nice initial push. And if we close like this, we're still closing a very nice bearish engulfing candle on the hourly. Would like us to close just below this level at least. Or like Jared said, now below 2028 would also be even better.
I don't know how much attention you pay to it, but I see on your broker, did you open up on this 50-minute candle with a small bit of a gap to the downside?
No, no gap. But there was a gap earlier today. Because looking on the 5-minute earlier, yeah, at okay, my broker's an hour ahead, so this was 9, so 8 o'clock. On this candle here on my broker, there's a little gap. But I don't really pay attention to it. Normally, like the wick will go and fill that gap. That's what I have seen though.
Yeah, I've got like a little gap from the 15 close to the 15 April mark. I think it's probably like 2 or 3 pips at like 29.46 and it's 29.34, so like a pip basically. So it's not too significant, but it is something just to see that there could be a lot of selling pressure for this 15 minutes.
Well, yeah, we're breaking previous 15-minute lows. Would be nice if we could close below those previous 15-minute lows. That'll just show that, you know, we've got a lot of bearish pressure coming into London Open. 5-minute close without a wick. Fuck that. Is that a worry? Nah, not for me. I would worry if we closed bullish above like 2030. Nassim, aren't you the guy that was taking bars earlier?
Yeah, I think it is.
One hour close below 2028.5 would be very nice. It would be very nice. But I mean, just looking at this most recent price action, we look amazing here. Got a lot of volume, got clean traffic moving down. You know, we could essentially remove this level here. I've got that level marked up because that's a 4-hour level of support. But with London open volume, the way we're looking now, our 4 hours bearish, daily candles bearish. Your hourly looks like it'll close nice and bearish. I could easily see this traffic here getting mirrored at London open. Would love us to close below this level. Currently up about 20 pips. With us closing nice and strong bearish like this coming into London open, I would really like to see us obviously continue moving down here. Looks really good to do that. Obviously we could get a top wick on the new hourly. So I'll look if we get a top wick, then come to break the lows. I'll go break even once we've got that scenario playing out. You know, basically if I were looking for an entry now, what I would wait for is obviously for this candle to close, wait for the new hourly to form a top wick, and then come and break the lows. So that same kind of idea that I would have, or that approach that I would have to looking for an entry, I'm going to use to go break even here. You know, this break even point is pretty far away, I think it makes a lot of sense. But with volume, like I say, if you get a top wick on the new candle, I'll just draw it out. Maybe it will be easier if I draw it out. So this candle here, okay, you get a top wick, cool. And then when you come back down, break that low and flip bearish, I'll go break even out there once you break that low. Because with volume at that point, you're obviously expecting price to continue moving down and not come back to the entry. So that's exactly what I'm wanting to see. Let's see us flip bearish, break the low, and our move stops to break even. Still in here with the full position. Got a nice little top wick there. Will you close half or not yet? I'll see how we get a push. I'll see if we get a push on the break of the lows. I would like to close half at that 2025 level.
I was gonna say, probably the best plan there is if we do flip bearish, continue to drive, we go break even, and then still at that original B point, we maybe close out 50%.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking to do. I think that's
Yeah.
solid. Flipping bearish. Are we going to break the lows? Looks really good. Okay, so I'm going to go break even right here. Stop losses move to entry. Risk-free trade. We are seeing that volume come in on the break of those lows. Anticipating us to follow this clean traffic to the left. We've got an hourly support at 2025 where I'll look to secure 50%. Coffee and water, bro. Makes me need to pee. Been needing to pee. I've been in this trade. I feel like a prisoner. Like I can't leave you guys alone. I don't want to get up while we're in a trade, you know?
I can
Should get
handle
like
it
a
if you need to go quickly.
should get like a 2-liter bottle and keep it here under my desk.
Oh goodness, that's disgusting. That's
Okay.
proper disgusting. Ew.
I'm just raving. Okay, but we are at break even, so it's a risk-free trade. I haven't secured anything just yet. I would like to secure 50% at 2025. So let me just mark this up. Um, okay, I'll see you guys now. Feels good. Ladies and gents, please take more away from this than just a trade. 100%. I really hope that you guys do take more than just a trade away from this. This was a really nice clean trade, but there's a lot more to take away from this. As discussed earlier on, some of our takeaways from the CPI prep yesterday, which was actually available to the free community. I wish more of you guys were there. You know, there's great support for the London streams, and I appreciate you guys. Okay, guys, I'm going to secure 50% right here. Goodness, sorry. Okay, so secured 50% right there at 2025 for about 49 pips. I'm leaving a runner here. I'm probably going to leave runners down to 2000 if, you know, if we keep moving, if we break this bullish structure, this like intraday bullish structure here, there's range down to 2000. We've got some ugly areas to clear. I think at 2020, I'll look at maybe closing out a little bit more and then just leaving my position to run. But guys, like I was saying, I appreciate the support, but I do this obviously to share value to, like I say, I've actually, this is how I learned through live streams. So I really do believe there's a lot to take away here, and I'm trying to provide more than just the streams for the community. So, you know, like I say, the Zoom session yesterday, the CPI prep, one of the biggest takeaways for me, I actually took something away yesterday because Jared hosted that. One of the takeaways for me was that we have very nice clean moves after CPI. And when I say after, I mean the day after. We saw that last week with FOMC as well. And we're seeing this nice clean move here today. You know, yesterday CPI was trash. It was pretty tough. But we've got a nice clean move here today. We'll see if it continues. And how I'm seeing it is that the improved numbers are obviously, you know, it's actually not good for the dollar. Lower CPI numbers are not good for the dollar. But we're at this point where gold has been acting as a safe haven due to obviously economic uncertainty. And actually seeing lower CPI numbers takes a little bit of the pressure off, takes a little bit of that demand out of gold. And that's pretty much what we're seeing here. I believe that's what's driving price at the moment, is that lower CPI coming in, easing inflation fears, and we're seeing some of the profit taking on gold, seeing sellers step back in. So we've also got that fundamental understanding of what's going on here at the moment. And all while that is happening, that low CPI, or basically a neutral CPI, wasn't really enough to hold the dollar down. And this 101 higher time frame demand zone has been holding for a very long time. And I've been saying if we don't break below here, I don't think we'll see new highs on gold in a while. So we're seeing this demand come in. We're actually breaking out of yesterday's highs here on the DXY. If we are breaking above 102.26 today and we're still holding runners here, I think we're going to be in a great position for gold to continue moving down. Good stuff, gents. I see you guys securing nice profit there. Well done, well done. Yeah, what's up, Jared?
Sorry, but I think also the key to today's trade was literally understanding that daily resistance level at 2034.5, knowing that if we start breaking above there, you could see upside. But yesterday's was bearish. It was just creating a top wick. And then if you scale down to something like the 4 hour, you can see that we tap back into that level Basically, that daily resistance rejected it, was creating a top wick, and then as soon as that candle flipped, then I mean it had a lot of room to the downside. So just being patient with that, understanding the different time frames, scaling in, and also not overcomplicating it and drawing out every single little support at 2029.5 or 2029, trying to strangle your position, and just giving it that little bit of room, and understanding that when volume came in at that London Open, that we were going to see that push. And when a candle does come back, off once flipping bearish to create a high top wick, it scares a lot of the guys out. But having that trust in the overall time frames is a good way of you can stand the positions.
Yeah, I definitely put a lot of trust into the daily and the 4-hour candles here. Like I said, one of the takeaways from yesterday is we see nice clean moves the day after CPI. Now, our daily candle was bullish. Our 4-hour candle was, sorry, not bullish, was bearish. Daily candle was bearish. 4-hour candle was bearish. We were coming into a time of volume the day after that CPI, where we've seen nice clean moves before. There was a very high probability we drove down here. We just came shy of tapping yesterday's lows and are showing some signs of rejection. Obviously, coming into these lows, what you'll see is sellers taking profit. I'm gonna diamond hands it, yeah. I've already closed out 50%. Because if we break yesterday's lows, I'm expecting us to continue moving bearish. I hope you have secured something. Obviously, like I say, coming into yesterday's lows, we are seeing signs of rejection there. Sellers taking profit. Some buyers stepping back in. Your 15-minute just closed there. We've got a wick to fill. Alexander, she's nice, brother. $2,500. Lovely, lovely. That's amazing, bro. Glad to see the chat making some racks. And to the guys who are new, to the guys who are trading smaller lots, Carl, I know you said you weren't really able to close out half. You're gonna get there, bro. Just keep working. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. That's a big mistake that a lot of guys make as well. And you try and rush the process, trying to emulate someone else who has actually put in a lot more time than you. So run your own race. Keep your own pace. You'll get there, bro. Hey, let's go. Nice call. I'll probably end the stream at 9:30. So next 12 minutes. See what this 15-minute candle does. But it's a risk-free trade. The stop loss is at break even, so there's no losing here. Already secured 50%. And then in terms of the runners, I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord. So the Discord link is in the video description. Remember to just join that Discord for the trade updates. I'll basically send the same signals that we're sending to the members in terms of management. I'll send through that management to the free community. Obviously, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but this is a position that I could see myself holding through the day. So I will update you guys with how I manage the runners. I think that's only fair. But if you do want, obviously, access to the signals for New York session, signals for London session, in case you don't get to see the streams, you can also check out the link for the Patreon in the video description. Jesus, Alexander. That's mad, bro. Deposited $350, made $2,500. I mean, obviously, not everyone's going to be able to do that, at least not consistently. It's not always a very sustainable approach, but yeah, just obviously, you know, there's plenty of people here watching. I just have to stay objective and set the correct expectations. Understand that that's not always going to be sustainable. Not everyone is going to be able to do that. If you are trading with a small amount of capital, don't rush.
But just where you are right now, Alex, I would really, really, really advise you to understand that now you've got a pretty decent amount of trading capital to start, and now account themselves the table for you. You should work out, okay, cool, you're going to be risking $25, maybe $30 per trade, and growing that account slowly over the next 6 months. The last thing you want to do is to try flip that 2,500 to 10,000 to 20,000, and then you end up blowing it and you're back at zero. So I've been there, I've grown a small account, I've got greedy, I've upped my risk accordingly like I was in the smaller amounts, but oftentimes guys aren't ready to go from trading 0.5 or 0.4 to now trading a 5 or 4 lot. It's a completely different game, and I can guarantee you if you rush the process now and you think 25 to 10 to 20 to 30, it's going to bite you. So lower that risk, use the trading capital you have to now create an income stream, and you should be better off than just trying to flip that account. Take that 2,500, work out a lot size, try to pay off a single bill you have every single month, and you're going to be so much better off in 6 months from now than trying to account, because with account flipping, you do eventually end up blowing. And it may not be now, it may not be tomorrow, it may not be next week, but eventually, if you're over risking, over leveraging, and trying to flip the accounts, it's going to happen.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. You could have a good couple months doing that, you know, really high risk approach, but it's going to get to a point where it's just not sustainable. I don't want to say luck, but let's just say luck kind of runs out at a point. So it's better to just take a sustainable approach from the start. Learn to have good habits, have a system in place, follow the process.
No, not even so much luck, but what happens is market conditions change. Markets lose direction, they become uncertain. So, flipping an account is so easy in a trending market. It's like making money in the crypto bull run. It was so easy, but now that things have slowed down, the guys trying to flip accounts on the daily, weekly, monthly are really, really having a tough time, probably donating these profits back. So just find a sustainable approach right now. There's no need to flip that account again, because I'm just speaking out of thought, but with you only being able to fund the account for $350, you're probably not in the best spot. So the money that you have now, if you can make $350 every single month, or whenever, is going to be so much better than trying to put that money now and try to think you're going to get rich in a month from now. Rather reduce the risk and keep your head down and trade accordingly.
Good advice, Jared.
Yeah,
Big
thank you.
liquidity
All
grab.
night thinking about it.
Writing your speech all night long.
You have to, bro.
Julian.
Don't you prep for the streams?
Oh yeah, I know. All the time. Sometimes I don't even get to sleep.
It's very true. Yeah.
Julian says big liquidity grab for buy side on the dollar for going lower today at FVG. Okay, bro. That's fine. That's alright with me. Started with just $100. There's a lot of guys here who started with, you know, smaller amounts, $100, even less. I just want to remind you guys, I started at the same place. My first account was $30. I didn't know what I was doing. For me, that was 500 Rand. It seemed like a lot of money. You know, for me, I didn't have a lot of money. But where there's a will, there's a way. When I started this, I came into it with full commitment. I said, okay, this is how I'm going to make it. And I actually fell in love with the process. Like I say, I enjoy the self-improvement side of it as well. Trading in and of itself has made me a better person. So start with what you've got. It's not going to be easy, but if you've committed to the process, like I say, where there's a will, there's a way. So just keep at it. To put things into perspective, I think I deposited my first $30 at the end of 2019. I took my first 30k payout at the beginning of 2022. That's 1000x. All those $30 accounts that I lost, all those $100 accounts that I lost, made it back in 1 month. That was on a funded account. But just to show you how quickly things can change in trading. Thanks, Jared. You paid for my spread today.
For your coffee, your pre-workout.
Yeah. Oh, this is a very expensive coffee. In the Monster
Yeah,
Man.
this
mug.
could be a.
Uh, 30-minute candle was about to close. 3 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, we came pretty hot into basically the lows from yesterday. Obviously, a lot of profit taking in and around that area at 2022. We've still got a wick to fill essentially, but if we're closing bullish on the 15, I think I might just close out a little bit more of my position. And I'll leave that last little bit for the runner. Probably just let it do its thing. You're looking good. DXY is broken above this level that we were struggling to break yesterday. Monster money. Hoopsburg. Oh shit. That's a good one. That's a very good one.
Thank you. Thank you. I was up all night thinking about it. Now I'm raving.
We have still closed bearish on the 30 with the wick to full. 15 minutes closed bullish off of this 2023, 2024 level. It's a tricky one now. I think I'm going to just leave my runners here and probably secure 75% if we do move back down into these lows.
With all the potential it does have to the downside, I think what I personally am going to end up doing is I'm going to leave the 50% runner and move my stops to above the 30-minute high, and then whatever happens with this position happens with this position. I really do see if we can break those lows, we're going to move down into the 2000s. I think that's going to be my game plan.
Well, I mean, if you look at it from a daily perspective, those lows, yesterday we closed bearish. And we had, you know, we just came into yesterday's lows now. So we just came into those lows, just shy of tapping into those lows. If we break those lows, you know, we're easily going into this next daily level of support. Easily. Obviously, this could be a liquidity grab if we don't break yesterday's lows. You know, then you could just consider us to be ranging. Basically, like, just ranging like that. So we really want to see us breaking below 2020 to have safer runners. But I mean, for now, I've secured 50%. I'm pretty happy with that. I think there's a lot of potential to move to the downside here. So I'm just going to let it play out for now. Appreciate that, Carl. Cheers, DePaul. Have a good one. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. So just a reminder, I've closed out 50% at 2025. It's for about 49 pips, 49, 50 pips. For now, I'm leaving a runner. If we do manage to break yesterday's lows, there's a lot of potential to move down here. So I've still got 50% of my position open, but I do have my stop loss at break even, so that this trade can't really go against us. I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord. The link is in the video description. If you want access to the signals, mentorship, one-on-ones, link is in the video description for the Patreon. Check that out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Don't forget, Bank of England rate decision today, also going to be a big one. Hence, I wasn't looking at GJ today. I did give you guys a very brief breakdown early on, and go back into the stream to check that out. Otherwise, members, we'll touch on this again before New York session. Cheers, everybody.